Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to the 8th Christmas 2021 update from GWV. So here we go, it's time to bring you another Christmas update. Thank you so much everybody for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see what CFS B212Z has got to say for Christmas very, very shortly. Now, I'm not sure what time you're watching this on this Sunday, but there has been the 7 AM upload. Also, we will be releasing, or have released, the part 1 of the 12th Winter 2021-2022 update, and if that wasn't enough, live streaming at 6 PM. So, yeah, you know, please check out all of the content that we've released so far today, and the content still to come, perhaps. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Thank you so much to Rich for the amazing Christmas updates gift for 2021. Thank you so much, Rich. I love the Christmas updates gift. It's fantastic. Lovely, lovely, seasonable picture. Thank you so much, Richard, for the Christmas updates gift. So, just to say that the trend so far with the Christmas updates this year has very much been towards a mild Christmas, sometimes exceptionally so. We are still in the relatively early stages of the Christmas updates. We've got 25 to do before we get to Christmas, so we're not even halfway yet. But certainly the early trend, anyway, has been very much towards a mild Christmas. Just had one colder one. That was update number 3. I think that wasn't particularly cold. That was a little bit colder, that one. Otherwise, the rest of them have all been mild. And yeah, so we're going to find out what the latest CFS 12Z run is showing. We always use the same run all the time, and we can't be, you know, told off for cherry picking any particular outcome. It's purely the way these charts are coming out as we're doing the updates, so we always use the 12Z, but no particular reason. It's run 4 times today, could use one of the other 3, but traditionally we've always used 12Z, but I say, if for no particular reason, it should not make any difference to the overall outcome. It does not favour particularly one outcome or another. So it's completely random, and this is how you know, this is how they're coming out. And as I say, the trend so far doing it like this has been towards a mild Christmas. It might just be that we have, you know, randomly picked out lots of mild updates, and a lot of the other CFS updates have been you know, showing cold weather for Christmas, but so far our trend in the updates that we've used is very much towards a mild Christmas. So we shall see what update number 8 has to say. Right, I think webcam on actually for this. Let's move over to wetter then. So we're going to start off. Now, of course, we're using, we're looking for the trend for the overall period with this. So we can't tell you that weather's going to do this and this on Christmas Day. Too far away for that kind of detail. So we're just looking for the overall trend within the period, sort of starting early to mid-December, going through to late December and early mid-January. That sort of early winter period. Trying to pick out the trend for that part of the winter. So we're starting here at the end of November. Actually, we'll go to the start of December. There we go. So starting off on the 1st of December. This was generated 12 there, by the way, midday on Saturday, the 20th of November. Right, let's have a look then. So this time we're starting on 1st of December, high pressure to our southwest, and bringing in this westerly wind. Let's push through. We're going 24-hourly steps with it. So through the first week of December, we're looking mild with high pressure to south and low pressure away to the northwest. We're dragging up a very mild southwest wind. That'll bring outbreaks of rain to the northwest. But in the south and east, it should be mostly dry. The main thing, though, is that we're pumping up winds from the middle of the Atlantic again. So a very mild start to December with this 8th Christmas update. Will it get colder later? We'll find out in a moment. We're up into the second week of December now, Thursday night, and low pressure begin to coming off the Atlantic. It's starting to break down the region a little bit, maybe turning a bit wet and windy, but it's all driving in from off the Atlantic, as it has done on so many of these Christmas updates this year. So we get to the 11th of December, we've got high pressure to our southwest, bring in this mild or even very mild west or southwesterly wind. Now, high pressure is making it closer towards us as we're coming towards the middle of December. There's a big old northerly plunging down into Scandinavia, so northern Europe is turning very cold there. We're just on the periphery of that, being protected by this ridge of high pressure. What's going to happen? Let's see. So we get to the middle of December, and the ridge is breaking down, and a bit of a change here. So quite a deep area of low pressure is plunging in from the northwest. That's bringing heavy rain. You'll notice heights are starting to rise through the North Atlantic, heading up towards Greenland. This is threatening to start turning wind into the north, into the middle of December. So that's quite interesting. We go through to the 16th. We've got a very deep area of low pressure over Scandinavia. We've got high pressure pulling up through the North Atlantic up towards Greenland. And yes, we are bringing down a colder northerly wind. So on this Christmas update, we've got a bit of a cold snap showing up for the middle of December. That's the 17th. Proper old northerly blast going on then. That will bring snow showers into northern and eastern areas very quickly. It looks like high's going to topple though, so it's not a sustained block. We're up to the 18th of December, and high pressure beginning to topple in to the country. Still cold at this point, but clearly the Atlantic is threatening to move back in. So then we go on to the 19th and the 20th of December, and the Atlantic tries to come back in, but we keep relatively high pressure actually going from the Atlantic up to northern parts of Europe. So that probably keeps the south anyway, mainly cold and dry, but up in the north it is a little bit milder and more unsettled. Right, we're heading up towards Christmas. We're turning milder again. So this is 21st of December, and we're back into those west-south westerlies, looking mild, wet and windy, particularly so in the north. We're going back into a little bit more of a northwesterly there on the 22nd of December. That's bringing something a little bit colder into the northern half of the country. Still pretty mild in the south. That is 23rd of December, Eve of Christmas Eve, looking rather mild, and I would have thought quite wet with that low pressure rattling through there. And then we go through to Christmas Eve, which on this update is looking cold and showery. Winds are going northwesterly, Atlantic driven, so it's not going to be desperately cold, but probably cold enough for showers to turn wintry in the northern half of the country anyway, on that strong to gale force northwesterly wind. That's Christmas Day, which was pretty cold, actually. Cold and windy, I would think, with that. With rain showers probably in the south. Maybe wintry showers, though, up in the north. I reckon that's probably quite a cold air mass that we're bringing out of Greenland there. For Christmas Day. So you see the -5 Celsius isotherm has gone through to the central part of the country. So certainly in the north, it's what's called cold zonality. Certainly in the north, it's cold enough for showers to be wintry there. They would be primarily rain showers in the south. Very windy as well. Then we go through to Boxing Day, and that low pressure sort of transfers into the North Sea and over towards Denmark, and we start to bring the wind round a little bit more to the north. So that will start to see the cold air getting down, even into the south probably, with showers particularly wintry across the northern half of the country. So it's a little bit colder. This 8 Christmas update is a little bit colder compared to a lot of the updates that we've done so far this year. We're into the 27th of December, looking cold and showery there. Winds are in from a northwesterly to rather northerly direction, cyclonic as well with that. And also getting colder actually as we go up towards New Year's. This is 28th of December. Remember, 27th, 28th of December, both bank holidays this year. So quite cold by this point. Have a look at the upper air temperatures. I suspect they've dropped the -5 Celsius isotherm to the south of the country, so we're all within pretty cold air. And yeah, you know, it's not freeze up, but it's definitely quite a cold and seasonal spell of weather that sets in there around Christmas Eve and carries on through the Christmas week. That's 29th of December. We're going to start backing the wind round to the west. It's just going to go milder for the new year. Let's have a look. Low pressure starts moving in then as we head towards the new year. And that's bringing rain in from the Atlantic. It'll probably turn to snow though in the north as it comes up against that cold air. That's New Year's Eve with an area of low pressure centred right across England and Wales. That will bring heavy rain to the south. And again, there's probably cold air on the northern edge of that low. There's a -5 Celsius isotherm through the northern half of the country again. So that would see the rain turn to snow on the northern edge, but would be primarily rain, of course, down in the south. That low pressure on New Year's Day, so this is the first day of 2022, that low pressure gets out into the North Sea. We turn wind back into the north, start to raise heights from the Atlantic. So pretty cold start to the new year, to be honest. What's going to happen after that? Let's have a look. So through the opening days of January, we start to bring low pressure back in from off the Atlantic. It is all Atlantic driven, this. So although it's rather colder for Christmas up to New Year than most of the updates that we've done so far this season, it is still all Atlantic driven. So we're not talking about a freeze up, we're not talking about blizzards, we're not talking about very cold, snowy, where it's just a little bit more seasonal, this one, compared to a lot of the updates that we have done. But there's no real northern blocking supporting or sustaining any of this, so we're not dragging in really cold air from, the northern latitudes from Siberia or from the Arctic, anything like that. However, as we go further on through the first week of January, it looks like we're trying to raise the heights a little bit within the northern latitudes, so we're still pretty cold here through the first week of January. Generally, we might be starting to move that high pressure up towards Scandinavia, but actually it looks like it's just going to sit around the country, so we go rather anti-cyclonic and cold through the second week of January, and then probably back into something milder then from the Atlantic. And we are well beyond Christmas now, so we won't go any further than that. That's the 20th of January, looking cold, but still Atlantic driven, still everything driving in the Atlantic, no northern blocking, nothing in terms of high latitude blocking around Greenland or Scandinavia, anywhere like that. And that's as far as we should go, because we are well beyond Christmas. Right, so a little bit of a colder update, this one. A little bit more seasonable feeling, and yeah, I mean, let's not go overboard. It's not particularly cold or snowy. It is just rather colder compared to a lot of the updates that we have done. And certainly in the north, there will be a little bit of snow around the Christmas period and beyond it. So yeah, maybe we've broken out of those very, very mild updates that we've seen so many of for the early stages of this year's Christmas updates. But alternatively, it might just be a one-off. We might go back to those very mild, southwesterly, southerly winds around the Christmas period, but we've seen through a lot of these updates so far this year. We shall find out when we do update number 9, and we're going to do that for you on Tuesday. So next instalment will be on Tuesday. Check that out then. But for the 8th Christmas 2021 update, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.